Hello, hello everyone, this is Fear Dragon coming at you with another StarCraft 2 netcast, and today I'm joined here with my good buddy, Alex. You there?
Yeah, I didn't know you wanted me to talk.
No worries. But Alex is a, also known as Murazor, is an awesome Master Level Zerg player, helping out with Purdue StarCraft, because you are in fact the president of Purdue StarCraft, aren't you not?
Yeah, I'm the president of Purdue StarCraft, and I work with Makomi on running the team.
Sweet. So, I mean, you guys might actually have seen some of his games casted, but in regards to the actual game that we're casting, we're actually going to be casting in a 1v1v1v1 FFA on Ulan Depths, which is a 6-player map.
Yeah,
it's a 6-player team map, right?
This is a lot of skill going on right here. We got the 2 empty bases in the top right.
Oh yeah, of course. And I mean, it's an all random game, so there's a good chance that nobody's playing their actual main races. But anyways, let's go ahead and introduce these players. So I guess just starting up there in the top left-hand side and going down along the left, we're going to start up with the pink Zerg in the top left, and his name is going to be Cha Shui, and he is actually a Terran player, a master level Terran player. And who is spawning in the middle left-hand side, Alex?
In the middle left, we have the yellow Zerg going for the 1414. Reason. He's, I'm sure, hopefully Masters, otherwise he's going to be a little hard-pressed to win.
You know, I do believe that he is Masters. I'm not 100% sure, though. But, you know, he's also going to have to face off against his opponent spawning down the bottom left-hand side as the purple Zerg, and he's going to be Zelmatizi. God, I hate that name. It drives me insane, but he's actually going for a hatch first build, I think. So, oh my god. Considering how close he is to his opponent, I'm not sure how well this is going to work out for him. But, you know, there is one last player, so why don't you go ahead and let everyone know who that is.
In the bottom right, we have the Teal Terran, say that, Methics. He's going for a pretty standard 1-Rex, probably going to go into CC. Yep, there's the CC. So, I think most of the action, though, is going to be focused on this left side. For some reason, the guy with the 1414 is dropping a Spine Crawler, even though his pool's down first. He should be really looking to apply pressure, but, you know, I guess he's going for an econ build on one base, but
yeah, you know, maybe he's just planning to, like, because he knows, I guess now, that his purple opponent is also Zerg, and the Russians are just so small, and knowing that your opponent has gone for a hatch first, maybe he's going to walk the Spine Crawler over to his opponent's natural.
I think that'd actually be a really good idea. I mean, I don't know how he could stop it. Like, you send your 6 slings and a Spine Crawler, it's going to get there in, like, 2 seconds.
I know, right? Exactly. And, you know, he's not even making Zerglings at this point. He just continued to drone up. Getting a second gas geyser, making a second Spine Crawler. What?
I'm not sure what's going on in that base, but...
Yeah. Oh my god, we see the same thing out of Cha Shui in the top left.
But see, he's at least, you know, he's got the second hatch up, so he needs to play defensive. But Reason here is sitting on 1 base, 2 gases, 2 spines, 18 drones, and I don't see where he plans on going with this. Maybe a fast spire? Yeah, there we go. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know if he's gonna survive to get to that spire.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. And I mean, at the same time, where the hell does he expand? I mean, he doesn't have an expansion to go to.
If he tries to expand, he's caught between two already fast expanded Zergs, and then on top of that, you got Methics down in the bottom right. He's not going to do anything, probably.
Oh my god. He's just chilling, man. He's chilling like a bro. He already has that command center up. He's just like getting those research upgrades. He's like, I'm going to get a bunker up just to make sure I don't get like a Zergling, like a shit ton of Zerglings just running up my ramp or something. And
yeah.
He's going to be the one to watch out for in this game. I'd actually be really afraid if he just decided to go for like Banshees or something eventually.
Definitely. As we see, we actually have Reason taking a Ninja Expo in the top right. I think that was actually a pretty good decision based off his strategy he's chosen. Now, the thing that I was with Methics is, if any of you guys have ever played Dota or LoL, you essentially have like a guy free farming in the bottom right. Like, he's not gonna get fun. He doesn't need to build units. He doesn't need to do anything. He can just sit there. Purple has to focus on yellow, and pink has to focus on yellow and purple, because if any of them send their army away from those that area, they can just die to the other two guys.
Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Actually, really quickly, just even though we spent a lot of time on him already, I just want to say you're so smart, Alex, and we do actually see that Spire popping up for a reason, so... Oh man, this is going to be interesting to see how much damage you can do, but, you know, let's go ahead and take a look over at the Pinkster, because we haven't really seen too much out of him. We do see actually double upgrades going down in a Roachhorn, so I feel like Cha Shui going to be looking to just try and kill someone off sometime in the next 3 or so minutes, maybe.
Definitely. He's probably going to start pumping roaches very shortly, or he's going to take 4 gases. Oh no, he's not... Yeah, I don't understand why he's taking 2 gases there, because he has his third gas in his main.
So he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, you were saying he's a Master's Terran. Yeah, this. You can tell here because the way he's choosing to take his gases is very inefficient. Like he has a gas in his main, which isn't being used, but he's taking 2 more. It's kind of strange. And with only 35 harvesters, you can't really support that much gas, I think.
Yeah, and actually just talking about harvesters, let's take a look at how many everyone has. We can see, actually, surprisingly, the most harvesters in the game comes out from Cha Shui, who, you know, we haven't really touched upon too much just because he's kind of also just been chilling. I mean, it's kind of weird to think of how close he is to his opponents, but at the same time, I mean, he's actually he's the second most isolated.
Yeah, he is pretty far away from the other two because this rush distance between yellow and purple is like a stone throw. Like, you had tanks, the tanks on the high ground would be sieging each other. Like,
oh my god.
This is not really a good position for either of them. Oh, but the mutas are out.
Oh, snap. Where are those mutas? We actually see that they're just grouping up around that spawning pool. Maybe they're trying to get a little drink of water from that. But an Overseer does pop his head in, and oh my god, I'd love to see a lot of Spore Collars coming down from Purple. But actually, no, Purple already has the Spore Collars up, so... You know, a one-base muta play, you can't get up that many mutas. I don't know how much damage he's going to be able to do with those.
Yeah, it's not looking very good. He really should be building a lot of drones at that ninja expansion and take the gases to try to support mutas, but this is not looking very good for him because, you know, you got infestors coming, there's more than enough spines and queens, and his mutas aren't going to do much.
Yeah, it's going to be so rough. It looks like he is trying to take another ninja expansion, but, you know, the Mutas are going to, in the meanwhile, try and just harass a little bit. Going to potentially kill off a queen and shut down a little bit. I guess the creep spread isn't going to be amazing, but, I mean, not exactly the most important thing in a ZVZVZVT.
I don't think Pink is too concerned with the creep spread, but Pink is really just,
like, oh my god,
using that. Already on 3 bases with 70 drones, practically.
Look at all the spine crawlers and spore crawlers over at the gold expansion.
He will not be losing that base anytime soon.
No.
Purple,
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say purple. I think is looking the weakest right now because although yellow's hold up pretty tight, and then his base with the mutas he kind of has map control, and he's got the ninja expos where I feel like purple has a lot of ground to cover because he has the yellow right on his doorstep, and then as he's expanding here, you see the dropships actually moving into his third. There's really nowhere left for purple to go. He's pretty much stuck to 2 bases the rest of this game.
Yeah, and actually at the same time we see some of those Mutalisks actually coming around over to Teal Terran's natural expansion. Oh my god, this guy's been just sitting and chilling for so long that now you can see he has pretty good upgrades, or, you know, he's starting to get those upgrades up on those Marines, and I mean, he still has a pretty good SCV count. 51 SCVs, has a 3rd command center, I think, somewhere. No?
Oh, yeah, it's building.
It's actually building.
Yeah, the SCV was taken out, so it's just kind of not doing much there. He really needs to get an SCV working on that, but...
Yeah.
Definitely some weird play from Yellow, though. After the muta rush, he built 5 mutas or 6, and now he's switching into roaches. He's getting roach speed. I really think that this is a poor decision based off his position, because if anything, an infestor rush would have been almost impossible to break that position while he expanded to these top left and area. Oh, that is really cool by Yellow. Yellow is essentially abandoning his original base. If you notice, his spawning pool is being built and a lair in the top right. He does not plan to defend that base if it's attacked. He's just going to let it go.
Yeah, I think that's such a smart decision, considering what a terrible position that is just to be wedged over there. And actually, it's so funny now because even though he was the one that was stuck on 1 base for the longest, he now has the most number of bases out on the map. He is up to 4 base, you know, with the 4th one building. But At the same time, we actually have some action going on in the bottom middle-hand side where Purple is trying to secure that gold expansion, but it looks like Methinks does not want to allow that to happen.
Yeah, like I said earlier, there's no way to hold this base. There's tanks on the high ground. It's just not possible. Purple's really in the worst position in this game as Yellow begins to drone up his 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and with his original base just being essentially, you know, it's almost mined out at this point. It's 14 minutes in. There isn't a lot left to get from there, and so while he expands and gets an economy going at these other 3 bases, he's going to be someone to watch out for because his base will die, and then people will think he's gone from this game and not a threat, and he's going to come in with probably a lot of mutas or links or in some kind of composition. It's hard to see right now.
Yeah, no, definitely. I completely agree. But I think one interesting predicament that's going to arise once those minerals start getting mined out in his main is how the hell do you transfer your drones over to your other expansions at that point? I mean, they're basically just going to have to sit and either become spine colors or I don't even know.
Dude, get a Nidus Canal. I mean, it's a lot of gas, but hey, that's a lot of drones.
Yeah, I think that would actually definitely be worth it.
Yeah, I think you should actually have that going now. It would be really smart. Because you see he has almost 20 larvae just sitting at that hatchery. And he could really abuse that. Oh, and Chashui is going for Broodlords.
Oh god, that's actually going to be really interesting because, I mean, there are 2 other Zergs out on the map. And, I mean, both of those Zergs also have Spires out. And I'm not sure how effective it's going to be for defense even.
Yeah, it's not going to be very strong, and the Terran army is looking kind of weak for this point.
Hold that thought. We have a big engagement going down on the right-hand side of the map, and we see a ton of Zerglings engaging the other Roaches and Zerglings of the yellow Zerg player, but oh my god, those Infestors. They just like completely just slaughtered that entire army of Zerglings and Mutalisks. Oh.
Gosh, look at that supply drop. And as that attack was going on in the top right, there's an attack going on by the 3rd gold base, again, the other gold base for Purple. The Teal Terran managed to repel the Purple Zerg again, and this is really going to show through in the few minutes here as Purple runs out of money as he's transitioning into Broodlords. His army just won't be up to snuff.
Yeah, oh my god, you know, we actually see that a ton of those Zerglings from Chashui able to run over to all those expansions of the Yellow Zerg. And you know, the Yellow Zerg is just having such a hard time reinforcing these bases just because half of his larvae is on the other side of the map. It takes such a long time to actually get those units over there to defend, and we see a ton of damage was dealt. He'll end up losing one of the hatcheries. He'll end up losing a queen. And oh my god, now the Terran drop for Reason's 4th expansion. He's just getting torn apart now.
Yeah, this game is looking pretty rough for Yellow. As he tried to get out of that terrible position, with Chashui's greedy expanding and Terran's, you know, safe patience waiting, he's managed to put himself into another sandwich because both these players are looking to expand and neither one wants to go near Purple. It seems like they're kind of letting Purple just, you know, sit there, be stuck on 2 bases, not have the economy to deal with either of them while they duke it out for the top right of the map.
Yeah, and it's going to be it's really going to come down to whether or not Purple's going to receive any additional harassment, or if it's going to... I feel like the best 2 people in this game right now are going to be Chashui and Zelma. I'm just going to call him Zelma, man.
That's fine. I can't read that. I'm not sure what that means. Like Metzelmats? I don't know.
Yeah, we actually see the Terran player though starting to move across the map, and it looks like he wants to start putting on some damage on Purple.
Yeah, I think this is I think all 3 of these players don't realize the real threat here. This is like, you know, standard when you have multiple sides against each other, you can't just focus on one guy. You have to keep in mind that there's, you know, 4 players on this map. And as it looks, everyone's just ignoring Pink. And Pink's gonna have just this super army. I mean, you talk about like Symbol and his super armies like late game. This guy's gonna have like 20 Broodlords and 13 Infestors or something crazy like that. And there's just no way that's gonna be stopped. It's just gonna roll across the map in a couple minutes here, and that'll spell the end of the game.
Yeah, we actually see that the yellow Zerg Reason is actually not out of it just yet. He's just making roaches to try and put on some harassment on the pink Zerg, but I mean, he's just kind of outclassed right now. He's not gonna be able to do a whole lot. And oh my god, Chashui literally expanding to the low ground below Reason's main. I mean, How much more ballsy, and by ballsy I mean, oh my god, there's spine crawlers burrowing on the high ground.
Oh, but here comes the Broodlords, and this is gonna be put to an end quickly.
Oh,
and now,
God.
I think if Yellow really wants to get back at Pink for knocking him out of this game, it's the time to call him out to everyone else. Like, hey, you need to stop Pink, because if someone doesn't put an end to it, like this is over. Yellow's not gonna be able to generate a large enough army to deal with this, and Purple has a large enough army. But with the rate that Teal and Purple are going at it, I mean, they're on the edge of a knife here, getting ready to fight. Purple's looking primed.
Yeah, you know, actually, I feel like Purple, even though he does have a very, very, sizable force, I mean, how is he actually going to deal with the Broodlords with the human composition he has right now? He has Ultralists. Oh my god, we actually see a lot of Corruptors out for the yellow Zerg, and he's actually going to be able to kill off a ton of these Broodlords. He's already killed off 3 or 4 of them, and he's chasing after the remaining 3. I think the Spore Crawlers and those Infestors will actually save him. But, oh my god. You don't often see Corruptors fungal growth.
Oh man, yeah, it takes a long time to kill him. It's 5 fungals to kill 1, but you know that pretty much put an end to that. I don't think Yellow has the economy to produce much more, and Pink is looking just dominant this game. He has 4 bases, 78 harvesters. He's mined out 3 bases practically, and I think if Pink really wants to secure this game, just wait for Teal and Purple to just poke each other, because one of them's gonna get antsy and they're just gonna engage, and that'll spell the end.
Yeah, I feel like Purple Zerg is in such a predicament right now because he's already mined out 2 of his expansions. He literally has next to no income. I think he is basically just mining gas from his main and mining off of 1 mineral patch with 3 full sets of drones. I think that's something like 55 drones on that single mineral patch, and it just emptied out. So he has 0 income right now, and he needs to make something happen, but oh my god. He's going to be going for a Zergling drop, and he's going to go in, try and get some kind of flanking position. The Ultralist going in and trying to take a ton of that damage, but he needs to land some fungal growths.
Oh, that is one huge fungal. All the Medivacs and all the Marines, but he's not fungling enough. He only casted 1 fungal out of the, at least 18 he had, and now the Infestor's being picked off 1 by 1. This battle is over as Pink takes out the Yellow's final base. Pink's going to sweep in and kill both these players off, it looks like. Teal's going to have to remax quickly in order to hold him off. He only has 1 starport, though. This is not looking good for Teal and Purple.
Yeah, this is looking really, really dangerous for Purple. I mean, he doesn't even have actually that much larva to start remaxing. We can see he's just making a couple more Ultralists. And yeah, he has amazing upgrades, but he's still going to have such a hard time against Teal's economy. I mean, Teal is on those 4 bases, so he actually has the economy to remax, and Purple basically has 1,000 minerals and 300 gas left. And oh my god, Pink just coming in at the worst possible time for Purple.
Yeah, Pink is... It's really what we kind of saw coming this whole game. Pink's just been waiting his time out, expanding greedily, building... Look, he has 4K in the bank practically. I don't see... This is looking tough for both Teal and Purple.
Yeah, I would actually love to see just Teal and Yellow to just ally for a little bit, and then suddenly Yellow just goes ahead and does a bunch of harassment over in the main, and meanwhile Purple tries to attack from the bottom side, and then Teal going for drops. Just everyone unite against the strongest player.
Definitely, that is the only chance they have left. If Purple, Teal, and Yellow can't solve their differences, I don't see this game ending any other way. But with all the casualties each of them have inflicted on each other, I don't see them forgiving each other. Do you? I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, oh my god, look at all the Broodlords morphing right outside of Yellow's last base.
Okay.
Oh my god, the Infestors, they see it. They could actually start throwing down fungal growths.
Oh my god. He's about to kill 15. Oh
my god.
But the 3 Broodlords, and they're all gonna spawn with full health. And 16 Broodlords are on the field for Pink. Like I said, about 20, and now he's just gonna roll through Yellow. He's done with Yellow. After that, almost killing off 16 Broodlords with fungal growth. He's gonna put his life in the
Yeah, at this point, I think it's just basically going to be down to see whether or not the Teal Terran will be able to take out this giant Broodlord army. or if the Broodlord army is just going to be able to push its way across the map after he deals with yellow and potentially even purple. With purple actually sending in Overlords. Okay, never mind. Overlords don't do a whole lot of damage to Spine Crawlers.
Yeah. You know, it's going to be tough for Teal. Pink's running on 3-1 for his air upgrades, and Teal only has 5 Vikings on the field with no upgrades, and I don't even think he's running them on his armory. No, he's just running vehicle plating and vehicle weapons, but he doesn't realize the real threat is Pink. He's kind of playing blind, ignoring the fact that Pink is on this map. Maybe he's hoping he's dead. You know, it's possible that... Does Teal even know what Pink has? Like...
Yeah, actually, if you look at the vision that Teal has right now, Teal has barely actually seen Pink, and Pink has actually barely seen Teal. They really don't know what each other are capable of, and oh my god, it's gonna be so funny when both of them see, like, oh god, my opponent has all of this? But I mean, yeah. The nice thing that I think that the Terran player actually still has, despite not having that great Viking count or, you know, even the great upgrades on those Vikings, is I think that he's going to have a super mobile force. He has a lot of medevacs, and I'd love to see him just start doing a ton of drops across the bases of Pink because, you know, he has such an immobile force. So, I mean, if you are able to snipe off a ton of those hatcheries, then as long as you can kill off the army eventually, they won't be able to remax because they won't have the larva to do so.
Yeah. And as we see Yellow even pointing it out, that was his last stand. He's got nothing left. Now Teal's gonna have to... Teal seems pretty patient here, putting up 2 planetary fortresses to hold against the northern area, but these Broodlords aren't gonna care. They're just gonna roll right down, and Teal needs to make something happen here. He's got a huge bank. Pink is also running on quite a large bank, but Pink's almost mined out. His first 3 bases are mined out. He's taking a 5th, which if he gets that up, he'll be okay. But... you know, Teal really needs to make a move here soon, because the longer he waits, the further and further Pink is getting ahead.
Yeah, we actually see a bunch of those Marines and Marauders grouping up right next to the Broodlords and picking up immediately and be like, oh god, that's not the place you want to actually start trying to drop it. Oh my god, that is so much supply in Broodlords that I'm not sure if he's going to be able to deal with these medevacs. Oh no, the Corruptors do come in. Snipe off 1 medevac, and we'll snipe off the second one very shortly. There it goes.
And Teal seems to be moving up the left side of the map, getting ready, poised to take out the 4th base, but there's a lot of Spine Crawlers there, and the Broodlords are moving down. He needs to make a move. This is just textbook, really, like ZVT. You can't just let a Zerg macro up all game, because this will happen to you. If you don't pressure a Zerg, he's going to have the most ridiculous army with 8 Infestors and 21 Broodlords. And only 9 Vikings out of the Teal Terran with no upgrades, but he is trying to pump them out. He's trying to get a Viking force up, but will it be enough? I am not sure. What do you think?
You know, I really don't know. It looks like he's actually just going to go ahead and try and circumvent the army entirely, but, I mean, look at all of these Spine Crawlers down for the Pink Zerg. He's going to buy so much time, but, I mean, at the same time, it's going to be so close because, you know, the entire army is starting to come back to try and defend a little bit.
Fungal!
And oh my god, those fungal growths are just so good. It's going to be able to trap so much of that army, but, I mean, oh my god, look at the position that those Vikings are in right now.
Oh my gosh, this is going great for both, but also bad for both. The Vikings are picking away at the Broodlords while the Broodlords completely decimate the ground force. And already 7 Broodlords have been taken out as the Vikings retreat. And I think that was the best Teal could have wanted. I mean, with the terrible engagement he had and the amount of supply that Pink has and the strength of that supply, I think getting many Broodlords as he can each fight is about all he can do. And here comes this is the killing blow coming up though. If Teal can't repel this, he loses. But if he repels it, the game will probably end in his favor.
Yeah, it's going to be so difficult for him, and you know, I think just doing something like how he did in that last engagement, get those Vikings over on the high ground where those Infestors really just can't safely get to them without being under fire by all those siege tanks, and just constantly trying to pull your opponent out of position. You can see over here, he sees that his Zerg opponent is moving down along the bottom side. Well, go ahead and send your entire army up along the top side, and I mean, circumvent the army, buy as much time as possible, and see what you can do, and Hopefully he can try and pick away at this army, but oh my god, all those Vikings are going to start trying to engage those Corruptors, and oh, it's going to be so close.
Can you guess how many Infestors that is? That's 25 Infestors.
Wow, that is a ton of energy, and oh my god, if these Vikings clump up just once like they did right there, oh my god!
Oh, look at this graphic.
Alright, let's get the zoom in on this. Oh, that is painful. That
I love that, because, you know, I'm a Zerg player, so watching those units pop right at the end is just, there's no better feeling.
Oh my god, and now we can see over here that even though Teal had that one really good engagement for him, it's just not working out anymore. We see the giant Broodlord Infestor army starting to move in, even though so many of those fungal growths and Infestor Terrans have been lobbed out. There's still enough energy left to lob more into the main, and I mean, does Teal still have a chance in this game anymore? We can see his supplies down to 130 and just dwindling.
There's nothing left to do here. This game is over and done. Unfortunately for Teal, you know, he didn't play greedy enough for the position he had. Chashui really abused the fact that everyone was ignoring him. While Yellow tried to make the best of his position, I feel like Chashui really played a 4-player free-for-all on a 6-player map as best as you can.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely. No, I completely agree, and you know, even though it was some really well-attempted late-game strategies coming out from the Teal Terran, you know, trying to move around, trying not to engage the giant Broodlord army that you know will just decimate yours instantly. I mean, ultimately, when your opponent just has that many Broodlords with full or almost full upgrades, actually, he looks like Chashui skipped on the +3 Carapace upgrades, but I mean, pretty amazing upgrades. It's so hard to actually win in that position without just having some kind of ridiculous economy, but I mean, it looks like Methinks is not going to quit out of it just quite yet.
Yeah, he's going to try to somehow try to come up with an army to stop this, as his 5th base is taken out, his 4th base is mined out, his gold base is gone, he's out of money. Oh wait, no, he's got a huge bank still. He is not spending his money very well right now. He needs to be pumping out Marines and Vikings, I think, and try to come up with something. There are only... Oh my gosh, wait a minute. There are only 8 Broodlords left in this game, and Chashui is out of money. Oh no, he has 1 base.
Oh my god, and you know, actually, if... with how little money he has right now, if somehow the Teal Terran is able to do even some kind of drop harassment or something, I mean, there just are not... Oh, actually, no, there are still 51 drones left around, so I mean... I don't know, what are your thoughts on doing some kind of drop harassment and trying to neuter that base of being able to mine it all?
I think taking some units over there and dealing with it would be good, because...
Oh my god, look at the Broodlords!
The Broodlords are being taken out! There's only 5 Broodlords left, and and then Festers are trapped with no energy!
Oh my god, the ridiculous turn!
Has he done it?
What is going on in this game right now? It looks like the Teal Terran is not out of it just yet. We were calling him out and down, but the... Oh no, the fungal growths!
But here comes the army to take out the Infestors.
Oh.
Like, I can't. This is getting a really close game. I never thought this could happen.
There are only 2 Broodlords left though, and both of them are very low in health. There's still a couple of those Vikings left over, and they need to start focus firing down those Broodlords. They're not attacking at all. And the siege tanks are trying to deal with the infested Terrans, but the Infestors are all out of energy. And oh my god. All of the Broodlords have been taken out, and oh no,
now the Corruptors come in.
Oh my god, the Corruptors come in and they're gonna be able to take out the remainder of the Vikings, but there are still 2 Sea Shanks left, and in the meanwhile, the Infestors are regenerating that energy.
I'm not sure who's gonna win this. Pink still has an economy though, and Teal does not. So as each battle goes in the favor, at any trade, Pink is coming out ahead. Teal can take out this base though. Pink is out of money and out of energy and out of time, I think. It looks like he managed to just... Oh no, and there's more Broodlords coming through.
Oh my god, there are 8 more Broodlords on the map right now. Nothing else around, you know, he only has around 1,000 minerals, 1,000 gas, so with that expansion taken out, he's basically going to be either A, long distance mining, or B, just not mining at all, and oh my god. Oh no! The Medivacs, they get fungal growth with all of the units inside!
Oh, and the Infestors are being taken out. The focus fire on the Infestors. The Vikings have all gone down. And here comes the last of the Talon army. There's only 2,000 minerals left. No more Vikings will be produced this game for Terran. And I think that might, this time it is over, I think. I hope I'm not wrong again, because then no one's going to ever want to hear me cast with you. Because apparently I call things poorly. But
I don't blame you, man. I have just been back and forth in this game. But you know what? I feel like we should rename this Teal Terran from Methinks to Slayer's Boxer, because every single time you think he's down and out, every single time you think he is he's dead, there's no more chances, he comes back and we see he's still grouping up another army. He's so low on money now, so he has to make do with the units he has, but it's going to be so close. He's trying to take out those Corruptors with the Vikings, but the Vikings, there's only 4 left. And oh my god, the Infestors are going to be coming in. They're going to lay down
bungles.
Growths.
And I think Teal has come out behind. Pink has managed to finally secure this victory, no matter how many Marines he sends up now. I believe the Infestors... Oh no!
Oh my god!
The Fungal was late. He missed his Fungal. And all the Broodlords get taken out.
All of the Broodlords are gone! There are 0 Broodlords left on the map. There are only 10 Infestors out. And I don't know, like, what do you do at this point? You're trying to reestablish this base, but the base is almost mined out.
He needs to pull his queens. He has so much energy on his queens. If he hit his queens in that battle, he could have transfused all of those Broodlords and survived. But now it looks like both players are have terrible, terrible incomes. But man, gosh.
But I mean, mules. You don't need
mules,
SCVs,
yeah.
you have mules.
I guess.
Oh my god, the gold expansion at the bottom middle. He can go ahead and take that. He can freely go ahead and take that, because I mean, if you think about it, the Pink Zerg has such an immobile army. He's constantly just been trying to remake this Infestor and Broodlord army, and it's going to be so difficult for him to actually get down to that base and deny the mining over there. And actually, in the meanwhile, we see a drop coming out along the left side of the map, now floating over the dead corpse and carcasses of the purple Zerg and as well as the yellow Zerg. Oh my god.
This is a good decision by Teal here. If he can take out the Greater Spire or even the Spire, just anything really, it puts it really hurts the Zerg right now, because every single cent of money is precious. You know, you can't afford to be rebuilding Spires and Greater Spires at this point in the game. If he gets that, like, on, and here comes the drop. It's going into the main. He's going to take out a little, but the Infestors are already moving. He's reacting very quickly to this. The Roaches are coming in, as we see that the Pink Zerg really wants to get units out. The Broodlords do go down. There will be no more Broodlords in this game, but all those units are being taken out, and that hurts.
Yeah, definitely. Not actually even able to get a single one of those Infestors. Well controlled by Chashtway, keeping all those Infestors alive, even burrowing. A little bit late, but does end up getting that burrow. But yeah, I mean, we do see an interesting choice from Chashtway now, going into the Roach composition, even the standard 47-minute Tunneling Claws upgrade research.
Yes, it's really important to have your Tunneling Claws by 47 minutes, because you really will need to maximize the use of your Roaches. But
no.
I think this is the killing blow. This time, it is over. Here comes the Fungal and the buy. Okay.
There's the Fungal, and you know, there's no Medivacs left over to heal, and even the Stim actually is going to be hurting him, and oh my god. That's the most painful thing. When you're this late in the game, you don't have many Medivacs available to actually heal up. Even stimming like this is going to be difficult. And there we see the GG coming out for me, thanks. And wow, that was something else, Alex.
You know, when I signed up for a 4v4 a 4-player free-for-all, I did not expect it to get that intense. That was quite a close game, all the way to the end. I was calling the Terran out for most of it, and I was right. So hey. But still, the Terran really had a good showing of keeping himself alive, and really showing the strength of Terran and the perseverance they have if you play defensively and get good engagements.
Yeah, I mean, really just a fantastic game, and a lot of really stressful situations for all of the players, but I mean, that is going to spell the end of that. So thank you so much to everyone that decided to tune in, and thank you so much to you, Alex Murazor, for helping me co-commentate with this match, as I don't think I could have fully grasped the epic proportions that we just witnessed in this game if it weren't for you.
Yeah, I think that game really took a great mind to cast. I mean, I don't think anyone would doubt that the amount of skill in that free-for-all was much higher than any GSL Codex match. I mean, there was so much going on.
MLG level, I mean...
Yeah, MLG level stuff going on.
This is
right
really
there.
where the Americans strive in the StarCraft metagame over the Koreans.
Yeah, the 4-player free-for-all is really where we take the crown. They
on
don't
a
understand
6-player team map.
Yeah, of course.
On a 3v3 map. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So again, thank you so much to everyone that decided to tune in. And please go ahead and submit the replays that you want casted over to feardragon64@gmail.com. I know, Murazor, you've done that a couple of times.
Yeah, I have. It's pretty cool. I've watched a couple of my games you've casted. It was enjoyable to see myself being cast. It makes it's really a cool feeling to watch your games be cast by someone and see people see that people are watching you play and respect your play. And it's really fun. Even no matter what skill level you're at, I really would recommend uploading your video, and he'll cast it, and it'll be a good time.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, one other last note is I am casting for the URTL Underrated Team League. That's a Monday through Friday. I'm not casting Monday through Friday, but the games are going on Monday through Friday. That's at 7 o'clock Eastern PM and also 9:30 Eastern PM. And I actually normally cast Tuesdays and Thursdays, so please go ahead and tune into that. I'll have a link in the description below. But with that said, let's go ahead and get the hell out of here, Alex.
Okay, see you later.
All right, later.